All right, you guys, what we're going to learn today is probably one of the many best things, I guess I'm going to teach you, but is how to layer Prisma color pencils. So we're going to layer the color one on top of the other. Just like we've made a tonal bar or a value bar with ink and with graphite, we're going to do the same with colored pencil. So one of the first things I'm going to have you do is trace that ruler like we've done in the past. And today you're going to also need to do, I think we've always done like a 7-box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do that again. So we can just trace it at the inch. And what we'll end up with in the end is we're going to end up with 3 tints, 3 shades, and the center hue. Okay? So in a moment I'm going to have you do that as well, but I'm just going to carry on and give you the rest of the instruction, or at least the first part. If you had a green bottle, what I'd like you to do is go up to the color pencil box and grab the green that's there. I'm kind of controlling the colors you can use today so we can mix them. I've got the true green, and if you had a blue bottle, I'm going to ask you to go get the true blue. All right? You're also going to need to get white, because we'll be mixing with white to create a tint. And then you're going to need to grab the color's complement. So complementary color, as you've learned in your elementary and middle school training, are colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. So their relationship on that wheel that's over on the wall over there, they are direct opposites. And when mixed together, they neutralize each other and create wonderful shades. So does anyone know the complement of blue? Is orange, okay? Complement of green is red. So when you go over there, if you had a blue bottle, you're going to grab a blue and an orange and a white. If you had a green bottle, you'll grab a green, a red, and a white. And you'll just grab which ones are in that box. All right, here's how we're going to start. You're going to start with the color, the center hue in the middle. And hue or chroma is just another way of really saying color in a general way. When you use these, I almost hate to say color, but you know, I start to say like layering and applying your color, but you're coloring. You're going to want to put a firm pressure, not so firm that you're going to break these. Like I said, they're fairly expensive. We're paying like $1.09 a piece with them. Again, use the hand sharpeners. We'll use them until they're down to just like a little tiny nub. So, you know, they're precious material. But you're going to put down a pretty heavy layer. So in the past, my students, a lot of times what I've seen them do is they'll kind of do this. This is their experience with colored pencil. They'll kind of create like a bold outline around something, and then they'll kind of lightly shade it in. We're going to be using these more opaquely. So you're going to layer them get a waxy surface on. So in the middle, get it a pure, you know, color, and get it so you can't see any of that tonal paper coming through. All right? Then you're going to mix, for the first part of class, the tints. Which is lighter in value, the green or the white? White, of course. So we're going to put the white down first. One of the things you're going to do when layering with these is always start with the lightest value as your first layer. And then we'll mix the darker value on top. And the reason I say I don't like to think of it as coloring so much as layering and mixing is that's exactly what we'll do. I'm pushing a fairly good layer of white down. Now I'm going to take the darker value and I'm going to use much less pressure. I'm going to put just a little bit of green down. Actually, let's leave that first one white. We'll just leave that first one white, and we'll mix 2 tints instead. That's what we've done. We'll be consistent with what we've done on our prior boxes. So the first 2 boxes, actually the first 3 boxes, we'll just color all white. And then we're going to try to make them progressively darker in value until we reach the center. So you can either start here, or you can start here and work your way back. For this one, I probably would just start here. I'm going to put down a very light layer of green. And hopefully you'll be able to see this on the screen as well as you can see it over here. And I just put that down lightly, and then I'm going to come back with my white and mix them together. Now with this, you're going to probably have to, you know, move your pencil in multiple directions to kind of get that wax, to those layers to mix together. I always use my white or my lighter valued pencil to do my mixing. So the reason we're always adding darks to light, when we teach this in painting class as well, is the dark will very much overpower the lighter value. So you always mix your dark to your light and you'll get your results much easier. So now I'm putting a little bit more pressure, a little bit more color down, and I'm going to go back and mix that so I get it smooth with the white. I might also go back here as I blur my eyes and realize, well, I could get that a little bit darker so I can see the difference from white to the next tint, to the next tint, to the center hue. The definition of a tint is a color plus white, or like I like to say, a white plus a color, because then it kind of has you guys adding the dark to the light. That's our first order of business today, and then I will teach you how to mix a shade. So, now that you've got your instruction, you can go do that. Oh, if for some reason some of you have a yellow bottle, there's yellow over there as well. What's the opposite of yellow? What's the complement of yellow? Purple or violet. Yeah, you guys know your color. Good. All right. Get on over there. If you had a brown bottle, unfortunately today you're going to get to select either yellow, green, or blue. But you'll do the same exercise with us. So you can see I'm really hoping to go from this to this. For those of you that are doing blue, I'll put that up for you so you can kind of see a blue example here. This is what will look like in blue for your tints, and that's what it looks like with green for your tints.